All right, up to $1 million. Come on, who are you kidding? All right, can you really do it? Well, I've done it for 49 years. 60 billion in credit for myself and clients over the years. Now, why didn't you come up with your first million when I did it? I did it at 14 and a half. 14 and a half years old, I created something called car finding, all kinds of goodies. I got $1 million in my bank. Isn't that fun? You see, I learned something when I was being used and abused as a kid. I learned to listen. And they said a corporation is a legal person. Then I did my research and found out it's because the Supreme Court said so. So let's get out our magic wand. Well, I don't have one of those. Mine's kind of bent. See, I see a lot of blah, blah, blah out there today. I'm going to give you the truth, the rules and the tools, and invite you to play with me 6 days a week. And if you don't, that's on you. Isn't that fun? We're going to play. Does it fluctuate? What does that mean? You see, I'm Ray Reynolds. They nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit. KNX Radio years ago. Had a radio show myself with George Putnam and all kinds of fun. David Horowitz, Doug Ackerman. We did all kinds of research. We were having fun. You see, what happens is I got to train Ken Yarborough. He was basically CID, President Nixon's bodyguard, and then he worked for TRW. Thomas Raymond Woolridge, the bicycle part people, and then they went into the information business. I thought it stood for the reports wrong. They became a Spirit in '96. I got to do something. I said the oldest card should stand up on that credit file. The next thing is you get a problem. You see, what you did is you jacked up your card because you didn't put a sticky in the back of your card. We're going to dummy proof this because dummies can follow through. See, if you don't put a stick in the back of your card, you jack it up, you get stuck, you can't get it anymore. Here's your problem. And you jack it up because you don't know any better, because you basically listen to friends and family how to do it anyway. Ay, 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 ay. So let's do this. These cards do not fluctuate. Listen to what I just said. They do not fluctuate. They're unlimited, up to $1 million each. Check it out. And you know what's really weird? The paid overtime POT, I got them due 18 years ago, $100,000 plus. And then they're so silly, they want to offer you 99 more cards. 99 more? Heck, that could be $100 million. I know how to play pretty good, don't you? So let's play my way. But let's understand, I got to the corporate structure for billionaire when I was 21 and a half. 2.6 billion, all right, 26. Oh, 3.7 billion in 2009. I like to have fun, but none of that's mine. You see, I'm not dumb enough to put it in my name because that'd be kind of stupid. I'm not going to be one of those guys going, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, look at me. I'm going to give you the truth, rules, and tools. And if you get up for your assets, you'll go get it. And if you don't, that's your own damn fault. Sorry to say, but it's true. Can you imagine if you take a picture right there? Now, I want you to take a picture right there. Ray Reynolds Auto Income. I didn't know what to call it, to be honest with you. You know, I'm bringing in money. I just need to pay my bills. I named it Auto Income, literally. When I was 17 and a half years old, Auto Income. Money came in, pay the bill, got the leftover. Ooh, I like that. See, I believe your problem is you. I think today you ought to look in the mirror, all right, and say, you're fired. Fire yourself. I mean, come on. You've done a half-ass blankety-blank job anyway. You have. Because you don't know rules and tools. You don't have the foundation. You brought the pain home to your family. Man, that woman, knock it off. It's ridiculous. See, I get excited and I get pissed off when I follow stupid. I don't like stupid. I follow stupid too myself. And what do? Study, research again and again. I read up to 15 books a week. I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old. But I got to eat out of a trash can when I was 3. Kind of sucked. So being used and abused, I need to learn to listen to get out of hell. See, half of you are freaking lazy. Sorry, you are. The other half, I want a free ride. Give it to me for free. Some of you, like 10% of you, are willing to get off your asset and go get it. You're willing to get off your asset and go get it. See, that's what you got to do. You got to see it, believe it, go get it. I wrote that when I was 12 and a half, by the way. So let's understand. You drove by that busy street the other day. You're at the stoplight. You saw the Wendy's restaurant on the right-hand side. You saw the Jack in the Box on the left-hand side. Why don't you own them? What's wrong with you? I don't have enough money. Stop it. You've been driving by your opportunity your whole life. See, all you want is a bunch of this. But what is this? You think it's money. It's a Federal Reserve note. It's called a legal tender. At least we got it in God we trust still. So let's understand how to play the game to win. Do you want to win or you want to lose? Come on, you're 35 to 75 years old. Some of your friends and family have ripped you off. You tried a business and you failed. And what did you do next? Ah! And if you're married, your spouse is going to go, is this one going to work, honey? She's questioning what you're going to do. But as long as you're trying, you're not dying. And when you're not trying, you might as well be dead. That's just my philosophy for me. I'd like to get you $5,000 a month. Would that be okay? If I got you $5,000 a month of auto income, come in and pay your bills, you can enhance your paycheck, enhance your life, and then you can do it again and again. That's what I get. I guarantee clients all the time. See, I'm not fully you know what, but I'm online 6 days a week and you can play with me all the time. But if you don't want to listen and learn, that's on you. See, the reality is when you're driving down the street, you can hear this and use the code on your cell phone. You can hear me all the time. 22% of our clients are truckers. So let's truck along and go get it. They want to get out of the truck anyway. So let's play my way. Financial freedom? Could you imagine? In 1976, I wrote down financial freedom in a book, trade name, trademarked it as well. I wrote down cash flow, free up your time in 1976 on page 6, paragraph 3. On winning the game of business. Having the rights to that. I've had so many people steal my goodies, it's ridiculous. But that's okay. You see, I like goodies. You see that Lamborghini? It's not mine. You know what happens? You go online and you got all these people on social media. Well, you're going to write out this in the car and there. Stop. It's called stupid. You take your car, you change your registered owner into a division, and then you eventually trade the car into a corporate car through the division process at fleet price, and then you write out the whole damn thing through the corporation. That's why you want to be an S-Corp anyway. But we'll discuss that some more too. So this is live. We get to play together and have fun. Write down, see it, believe it, go get it. That's what I do. I don't know about you. You know, having about 2.2 billion in real estate at the time. 21 cars, part of the car collection. See, I was kind of weird, and I still probably am today. If I wore a black suit, I drove the black Lamborghini. If I rode a yellow suit, I rode the yellow Ferrari. Red suit, basically, you know, and some. Oh, here's the white one. Okay, it's a white suit. Then I'd make sure the watch matches too. Isn't that fun? I don't want to think about it. I just want to do my routine. So we got a choice. In the beginning, please don't take pictures or recording because why are you wasting your time? I'll bet you 98% of in your cell phone, all those pictures, you never pay attention anyway. So let's take pictures of things that matter the most, okay? Let's think. Today, if we could see what we want, believe it, and go get it, that would make sense, right? Here's me in 1981. YMCA, El Toro, then going to the Marine base training people too. Having fun. Oh, that's only 13 feet. You know what? I actually got a bump in my head, my skull right here. You can feel the indentation. Ah! Oh, well, blood everywhere. Blah. Okay. Well, I could kick the door jam at 10. I was kicking the basketball hoop when I was 14 at T. Wicker Junior High. Read the newspaper, took a picture. White boys could jump. Then every time I turn around, some ding-dong kid says, white man can't jump. What the frig are you talking about? Are you kidding me? I only had to jump 2 feet and I'm up in the air 13 feet. Not all this jumping, all this, you know, crap you see today. But that's in my opinion. I like goodies. You like goodies? You see, I like goodies in helicopters and Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I like mansions. Why not? Okay? You see, when I was a little boy, I had to move 24 times. By the time I'm 11 and a half years old, that kind of sucked. I got born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. I get to live in Watts, Torrance, and Long Beach and all the good areas. You got to learn to run or kick it. I'd rather die than run. But I like goodies, don't you? Let's play my way. How about winning the game of business? Winning, let's write it down. Oh, no, I can slow down for you. Winning the game of business. Get off your assets and go get it. Knock it off. It's ridiculous. That's my first series out there in the first place. In 1976, cash flow for your time, financial freedom, page 6, paragraph 3. It's simple. I did car finding, all kinds of goodies. I'm making money trying to help everybody else like you. By the way, I was 16. What the hell did you do? 16 years old, I got $1 million in the bank. I wanted it bad enough. You don't want it bad enough. That's your problem. Because half of you are freaking lazy. Go get it. Knock it off. Man up, woman up. This is ridiculous. 16-year-old, I'm driving a Lamborghini to Orange Coast College. It's ridiculous. Why aren't you? What's wrong with you? These don't know how to work? You got a choice to learn to play the game and win if you choose. And heck, I'm online 6 days a week. I got no BS to give you besides the truth. If I got to drag you up the hill, we're going to do that too. My next series is very simple. Books for dummies. See, I want to learn something new. I feel stupid. It just drives me nuts. I have to master what I do. If not, it's going to drive me, So I want to create books for dummies. Well, the reality is I was already taken. So I did the Millionaires Founders Kit. Now, the Millionaires Founders Kit. Now, I call it also the blueprint of success. Every once in a while, I got to remind Tony Robbins, quit using it because I own it. You want me to sue you again? I love your blah, 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 but you give me no rules and tools. So don't use my goodies, use your own goodies. Let those people walk on the fire and the coal and get burned again. Silly stuff. I love motivation, but that lasts an hour or two. The blueprint of success. Hey, I got lucky. When I lived on Delane Street, Joanne, oh my goodness, when she was around once in a while, she was the NASA certified engineer for Apollo 9, 11, and 13. The guy that had the monkey that went up on the diaper, he was my neighbor too. Wow. She said everything was done by blueprints. That's what I thought. And I couldn't find one. I had to create one. If I'm going to build something up on the way, I want a blueprint, step by step to do it for me. That's what you need to. Because why? You've been screwing up long enough. Is that okay? Sorry. I'm right, you're wrong, and your thing, what you did sucks. Is that okay? If I tell you the truth? Maybe it'll set you free. We're going to see it. We're going to believe it and go get it. Now, get out your tablet because you're sitting there going with your feet up. Mark, get off your feet. Write it down. Oh, what do? Take a picture? If you don't write things the way God created us, our hands, our eyes, and our ears, and our body, to what? Record. That's your recording device. Write it down. See it. House. I die in a coma. That sucks. Someone stole my $3.7 billion corporate structure. That sucks too. But yeah, I got a wife and I got 6 kids and 13 grandkids. I got to take care of the family. I got to man up. I got 3 divisions in me. Let's go to the board. You ready? Are you ready? Let's see. I got 3 divisions of me. Let's write down the word you. You are a bullseye. You're a duck and a sheep. Quack, quack, quack. SS5 equals SSN equals 1040 tax return. See, the problem, nobody wanted to teach you how to play the game to win, even about life too. So I got this division. I want you to understand something. The IRS created a form called SS4. The SS4 form is a universal form for people, corporations, individuals, and all kinds of goodies and entities. So your problem, you didn't give yourself a chance to try, all right, because all you did is you fall on your face and you basically what you want to do, almost die. It's ridiculous. Can you imagine if you looked at your Social Security card, because you got it when you were 14 to 16 years old because they told you to, go get your SS10. You didn't even ask why. Whack, 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 bah, I'm a duck, I'm a sheep. You signed an SS5 form. On the back of that card doesn't belong to you. It says one thing, do not laminate, don't carry with you, and don't use for ID purposes. It belongs to Social Administration, which is IRS. See, you didn't pay attention. Now, if you didn't do it yourself in 71 on, because you were born after that, that means because Nixon took the gold standard out, and they have to do it at the hospital now. That means every woman who's mandated, before she's allowed to release from the hospital with her own baby, after going, she has to sign the SS5 form. We're bonded up to $35 million apiece. We're measured by an SSN, SS4, and our credit score too. You want to play it? We'll see. See, what happens with you, you didn't create a line of defense. You didn't create a line of defense. Today, Capital One has to settle a $400 million lawsuit. Credit One had to do it last week. You got banks like Chase, they're shutting down 4,600 locations right now. B of A, Wells Fargo, and all those other ones. 16,000 locations. Oh, so if we use some common sense, and we look at it and say, B of A, okay, they have a corporation, and they have branches. These branches are called branch numbers. You heard of a branch number, right? So that means a corporation, all right, has a line of defense, and they're going to bankrupt these pieces, and they're going to do tax balancing with the IRS. And they write off on their taxes while you're sitting there going, beep, 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 beep. It's all you do. Because you didn't get off your assets and go learn and how it plays to win, you're going to blame the whole world. Blah, stop it. It's ridiculous. I got an LLC, Ray. Oh, goody for you. You got a limited liability company equals a corporation. You got an LLP. Fantastic. You got a C Corp and S Corp. Fantastic. You got a nonprofit. Or maybe you have a PC, professional corp. Now, I don't give a blankety blank what type you have in the beginning. Why? Because you don't have any damn money. There's your problem. It takes money to get honey. Supreme Court deemed that a corporation's a legal person. That's what they did. Pay attention. Maybe you'll learn a couple things today. Okay. The house. We lost it all. Wife and kids in the car. What do? I have 3 divisions of me. I took my division of me. I qualified because I went online to Pathlight, and they said I can buy a house for $840,000. I said, sweetheart, which one did you like? She goes, I don't like any of them. We looked at Gardena, Long Beach, Seal Beach. We looked at all these areas. I don't like them all. No problem, honey. You see, happy wife, happy life. If I get her happy, she takes the house, turns it into a home. She'll leave me alone. I go kill it. That's what I got to do. My job, I got to man up. Honey, find a house you like, please. She looked online. I like this one in Anaheim Hills, of course, sweetheart. 4 bedrooms, pool, spa, 3-car garage. Bonus room too. Why not? Well, that's what we got. They turned it into a lease and then turned it into a mortgage. Isn't that fun? Then I bought more houses on top of that, up and away. See, your problem is your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. And you're not stupid. You follow stupid all the time. The car you have today, it's going to change its registered owner to a division because I said so. I said so. Write it down. And you're going to write down, you ready? I'm willing to sacrifice the division, not the corporate, my family. Write it down. See, the problem with you didn't plan the problem. You get your assets kicked because you never planned the problem. When you do that now, and we're going to turn that car into a corporate car, so we don't care about writing the damn thing off anyway. The corporation owns the car. You're driving a company car. See, there's people going ding-dong, do you right up there? Stop. I see so much stupid out there. Why don't they just give you the whole picture? Because they don't know it. Money. It takes money to get honey. Well, let's see. Wells Fargo gives me $150 on a debit card called checkbook money. Okay, it's $300,000. Okay, your personal credit, you screw up all the time. These are $100,000 plus, and we got all these, so it's going to be $99 more. Let's have some more fun. Let's do what I've done all my life and have fun. I got 62 million of this stuff. There's 40 of it. You ready to play? See, the problem with you didn't realize debt offsets taxes. And then you use your personal credit to start a business. It's called stupid. And you're not stupid. See, the problem is you got to knock off the crap and understand what you're doing, rules and tools, and get stuck with me 6 days a week if you want to. Well, if you don't, it's okay. Just go away. Money gets you honey. Got no money? Let's use a corporate credit card, write it off, and create debt offset taxes. I've been teaching rich and famous people from Dodgers, Lakers, and Clippers and Angels, rich and famous people for 49 years too. They pay attention better than you, by the way. Then we're going to get a what's called boring and steady. Write it down, boring and steady. I wrote books on laundromats, car washes, real estate, pieces like this, and dry cleaners and all kinds of goodies. There are clients out there that are mine that are teaching how to do it now too. We'll get some fun. So if we could see the picture, write down the rules and tools, and then get to that 750 score. But here's the problem with you. You screwed up your credit, most of you. You jacked it up, but still couldn't get any more. Since I got to play with Yarborough and do all kinds of goodies with TRW Sperium, I can guarantee anybody 150 points in 90 days. Easy. If they do what they're told to do. All right, isn't that fun? How about 200 points? You see, the problem you have is not understanding. There's a graph on all the dashboards. All right, you look at Analytical 750, you got a graph. You look at Experian.com, you got a graph. You look at, what's that called? Credit Karma? Yeah. Well, they don't have all 3 agencies. No fun for them to help you. I don't like them. This is my opinion. But again, that graph is your heartbeat. You're the one making it going up and down like a yo-yo, nobody else. Oldest card, 29% rule. Write it down. 29% rule. Write it down. A $10,000 card here, you're going to use $2,100. You got it in the mail. Honey, let's go shopping. Let's go to dinner. That's kind of dumb, huh? 29% on 10,000, that's $2,100. Here's the 50,000. I want to get you 10 of these, if you allow me to. But it's going to be up to you because I want to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. Credit repair is a fraud. Federal Trade says it. Unless you have a nonprofit exemption, which I've had one for my whole life practically. This building here, Ray Reynolds University, is a nonprofit 501c3 exemption. But I don't do credit repair because I have to lie. I don't want to lie. I want to rebuild them like Humpty Dumpty. If we see what we want, we pray. I pray. That's just me all through the day. And then I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. That's what I did when I was 12 and a half years old. By the time I'm 14 and a half creating inventions, I got $1 million in the bank, don't you? What's wrong with you? You had to go to high school or something? That's a waste of my friggin' time. Any ding-dong can go to school, pass the test, and get the paper. You learn life by life kicking your ass heads. That's how it works. Okay. Now, when I was a little kid, I got dropped off at Redondo Beach Pier by Mrs. Hope. She devil from hell. All right, she'd roll down her window. Her eyes would go red because she's the devil's wife. And she said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you there to die. Well, that kind of sucked. I was 3.5 years old. Ran over the pier, came warm, ooh, cold. Ate out of a trash can. I stood off the pier and he grabbed my hand. Ah! I thought he was going to throw me over to the sharks. I'm 3.5 years old, peeing my pants practically. And all he could say is, boy, take out the trash or I'll call the police. All right, he said it 3 times, boy. I was a boy on that Redondo Beach Pier till I was 9.5 years old, cleaned the chum bucket. Got on my mansion and shovel a horse, and you know what, in the weekends. Kind of fun stuff. Marina del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes, Rat Beach. All right, from the pier, okay. See, what I did is I gathered magazines. I want to know how they got their money. How did they do it? Do they inherit it? Do they make it? What happened? See, some of you, a lot of you keep going, and you complain about rich and famous people. I'd tell you to shut up and join them, but that's just me. Kennedys, Hiltons, Firestones, and Gettys and Fords. See, when you have someone in your life that passes and goes to a better place than this, because I think we're living in hell, you got a little house, a little car, that's it. You went to probate. I'm going to set you up so your family never goes to probate. You're going to build a legacy so your children take it over. And no inheritance tax, or like they did. Well, let's play. Oh, what do we got here? I didn't know it. See, I'm $25,000 a day and $3,000 an hour for the last 45 years. Okay, well, that's some fun. No problem. I get paid my $25,000 in this company. All these attorneys hire these experts. And I'm one of them, wow. And I'm listening to these ding-dongs and their opinion. The question that came to me is very simple. How would you leave anything to people, okay, without having to pay tax and all that crap? I gave him the answer. When I worked for Steve Jobs a long time ago, okay, God rest his soul, Mr. Jobs, Steve, didn't wear deodorant, wore sweaters. He was very direct. Some people thought he was kind of rude. But he's Steve Jobs. He can do what he wants to do. So he said I was the greatest lateral thinker ever met in his life, whatever that meant. Here I'm in a meeting. How would you leave anything to somebody or people, okay, people, they don't have to pay a lot of tax? First of all, you don't leave it to people. That'd be stupid. Here's my response. Okay, first of all, whoever we're talking about, do they have any kids? He has a son. This is Sam's son, by the way. 78 years old, illness, cancer, God rest his soul. He's in a better place. October 25th, 2020, he dies. So what do we do? I said, make your son, or to the person and the attorneys and all these people, make the son an officer of the corporation. So when he dies in a better place, you just take over the goodies. See, your problem is you're so busy trying to transfer crap to people, it's ridiculous. If you build an empire, when you're dead or fired, your kids take over. When my son comes here on Saturdays and he says he's taking over because he's vice president, because he is. When I die 50 years from now, he takes over. No inheritance tax. But they don't always listen. Kind of like you. Sometimes these don't work. Well, they had to pay $100 billion in the art collection. See, the guy's worth $26 trillion. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret. Elon Musk is not the richest guy on the planet. Shh. Nobody wants to really tell you the truth. There's people who got more than that. Okay. They had to pay 10 billion inheritance tax. 10.8 billion. It's right there. Then the son lies and tries to go peekaboo and gets indicted. Talk a bunch of crap. See, your problem is you. Your lack of knowledge is your stupidity. You're not stupid, but you follow stupid all the time. I want you to write down irrevocable trust now. 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 Irrevocable trust. Got it? Then I want you to write down UCC1. Write it down now. See, when you go to your house today, you own a house. There's a deed of trust. You got a car, you got a pink slip. Ooh, goody. It's called the entitlement of ownership. I'm not here to be CP an attorney for you. Here's my little disclaimer. But if you do what I tell you to do, I can make sure no one takes your goodies when you're dead. And no probate too. But it's going to be up to you to follow through. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? You see, the problem you have is you're not building a legacy. When someone passed in your life, they didn't leave you a legacy either. They left you crap. Sorry. It's just my opinion. So today we're going to write down irrevocable trust. Can you write it down? You're going to do what I say. Isn't that terrible? I'm going to tell you what to do every step of the way. I don't want you to think. The more you think, the more you're screwed up. Don't think, just do. I've been saying that for 40 plus years. What do? I lost my job today. Boo-hoo-hoo. Oh, blankety blank. Next week I can't find a job. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. 8 months later, oh, it's all screwed up. Here's your problem. Time, money, and credit. Time, money, write it down. See, I'm going to rebuild your life, and I'm going to give you more in this review today than you ever learned in your life. Isn't that fun? I can guarantee that too. We're going to play my way for a while. 8 months later, it's, oh, what day? I got to edit that because my wife doesn't like that word, so I don't use it anymore because I got to honor the wife. All right, and I got to honor God, and then she submits to the man too. I like that part. All right, we were married as of yesterday for 20 years, our anniversary. And you know what she said? She says, I've been trying to train you for 20 years. You're getting it right almost. That's not funny. She was laughing. Oh, well, what can I say? Happy wife, happy life. So we're going to take your credit cards, and I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to take your cards. I'm going to take your little $500 card and train you to about $26,000. I'm going to take another card, maybe $335,000. I might take a $2,500 to make it $30,000. Like it for these people. I might take a $1,750, $30,000. See, I'm an affiliate. On my dashboard, we got $62 million of history. If I pop you a card off one of my cards, very simple, it gives me a choice. Now, I don't believe in trade lines because that's crap and fraud. These are live cards ready to go. If I pop your card off mine, it allows two things. Authorized user, heck no. Or separate billing. So yeah, separate billing. So I get to use history to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. Is that okay? Then I have to analyze you. Let's understand. The analyzation is the key to tell you what to do. If you don't allow me to analyze you, I can't tell you what to do. I guarantee in writing, because I can carry a $2 million bond, or if you do what you're told, you have a 750 score. If you do what you're told. Will that be okay if you follow through? Now I want you to have $100,000 of goodies. 100,000. I want 10 of those or 2 of these, okay? Now understand what that means. If we have 100,000 of personal credit, and you're at 29%, $29,000 is normally the debt ratio here, leaves you 71,000 of credit, safety credit. See, I'm planning for that old what year? Month, day, whatever. So let's understand. 71,000 of safety. That's enough to feed a family for, or a 5 for a year. See, bad days don't last forever. You drag it on for 3 to 6 years and got crappy credit. You did it to yourself. How do you feel now? All right, I'd jump up and kick yourself in the assets. Cut all the crap out. Now, my way. Got you ready? You got your pen, got your tablet, ready to go? We're going to take you and have a corporation. Come on, follow along, Bill, George, Sue, everything else but you. We're going to have 9 divisions. 9 divisions. I had a problem in 1984. In 1984, I owned Shakey's Pizzas, 31 flavors. Okay, I got Subways, I got some shopping centers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I got all these locations and even condos. I get this letter from the mail from Secretary of State of California. What? $800 to $1,000 per corporation? That might cost me $1.2 million a year. Just to say, I got a corporation here? Ay, ay, ay. What am I gonna do? Sacramento time. Listen to the words. Can I create an entity under a corporate umbrella that does not pay franchise tax fee? That was my question. Create a form. We'll see if we approve it or modify an existing form. Okay. See, this is what I want you to think about. In 1985-86, I invented division process. So write it down. See, you got a corporation today. Oh, goody for you. Your name's on Secretary of State's website. You're the officer, and you're on the bank account. When it's sued, they sue you. You're the only voice it has. Good luck with that. There's people on social media, you got it bankrupted. Oh, no. Get another one. No. 18 divisions. Let's watch. Let's see how smart we are today. If I have 9 houses in an LLC, I'm stupid. That means if one slips and falls and sues me and screws me up, I lose them all. That would be stupid of me. I'm not a stupid guy. T. Weaker Junior High, they tested me. My IQ's 203 with total recall and those things. Isn't that fun? We're going to have a management company, and we're going to have a line of defense, a line of defense. Now, what does that represent? Okay? You're going to say 9 properties. I'll agree with you. But also, you have 9 loans. Listen carefully. All right? When I did this before, years and years and all the time, security-specific banks, they would give me loans for each property. No problem at all. So I like Security Pacific Bank till they got bought out. No problem. So I have 9 loans and 9 locations. 9 loans separating liabilities, and also the tenants, 9 of those. If they slip and fall, sue me, and screw me up, I'd lose it all. If they don't pay the rent on time, how am I going to pay for the mortgage? See, this is the problem. You keep gambling with these people. It's ridiculous. I invented Homestead Blocker. UCC wouldn't shout a mortgage. So when I lose, I still get $65,000. I win. It's my game. I'm going to play my way. So let's do this. Let's pretend, because Bank of America bankrupts locations, they keep all the assets playing the IRS. What if we have a bad entity, bad division? What if you disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and you bankrupt it? See, public record shows you bankruptcy code, Federal Protection Act, allows you to use SSN, SS4. If we did this correctly, we could bankrupt a bad piece and keep the other pieces. Would that make sense? So I want you to think about something you'd like to do today, but it's going to be up to you. All right, so now we got to get $100,000 of credit. Watch this. These are $100,000 each, paid over time, unlimited to $1 million. This is checkbook money, 150s each, so which we want. What do we do? What if we daisy chain it, which I created in 89, 88? That means every one of these cards can get 99 more. If we took $100,000 of credit, $100,000 of credit right here, 100K, and we went 9 more times, would that equal $1 million? Yes, it would. Wow, $1 million of corporate credit. What the heck have you been doing all your life screwing up? You pissed away $50,000, $100,000 before? And you gave somebody to invest some money for you? No. When you give somebody to invest money, you get a return. That return sucks. And most of those turns in Ponzi's anyway. So if you get to take that money and put it into an escrow, you own a piece. Could you imagine if you own 25% of a local Wendy's restaurant and you get money forever, and then when you die in a better place, your kids take that over too? What if you did it 10 times? That could be $100,000 a month. Let's enhance income or replace. But again, what do we do? My first storage unit I bought a long time ago with my ex-father-in-law. He was Dr. Robert Soltis around the LA School Board. Bob, you want to play? Yeah, okay. See, I got $17,350, so did he, in his corporation. Is that good? We absorb the money. No taxes due till we're profitable, because we're creating debt to get the next one and the next one, next one. I've been teaching leveraging money for 49 years. How do you think these ding-dongs out there, rich and famous, learn how to play? Usually from me. We'll play my way. Now, you're also going to get a paycheck. What's going to happen is your LLC, when it makes money, is going to become an S-Corp. C-Corp, S-Corp, LLP, S-Corp. Husbands and wife file joint or separate tax returns. An S-Corp is single filing with you and the corporation together, and you can actually offset almost everything you do. $3 to $5 million. Then some ding dong on social media, you're going to pay tax. Oh, goody for you. Let's see. Your house for 24 years is interest. The last 6 years is when you pay off the house. Could we balance our taxes, you, the IRS, and break even? What do you think? See, your income is your lifestyle. We could play the game based on the money you bring in and basically play to win every time we want to. But again, it's up to you. I'll tell you to fire yourself, hire me, and let me rebuild you my way. Because I think your way sucks. Sorry. What did you do? All right, here's the kitchen table. All right, you and your spouse sitting there. You get your friends and family. You're talking about a business opportunity. Fantastic. We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, get stuck, can't get any more. We're going to hawk the house. We're going to bring the pain home to you and me, and we're going to be stupid. Well, that's what you did. Sorry, I call it stupid. You're not stupid. Why don't you never bring the pain home? I didn't want to lose. I didn't like you to have a trash can. I hated it. I wanted to prove the world wrong. And that's what I did in my life. Because they suck. And I wanted to win the game of business. And that's what I've always done. I like to win. No matter if I die and come back, God's going to take care of me anyway. I'm going to do it again and again and again. He gave this to me. I get to use it, not abuse it. Plan the problem. Plan the problem. When I invented daisy chaining of credit in 1989, 88, let's watch what happens. One card, 100,000 times 9 more. That's $1 million. Could you imagine if you did what you're told to do in 90 days, we could do it right away? But I'm going to tell you 6 months to a year because you're kind of slow. That's just what happens. You don't go through what you need to do right away. 10 cards, 100,000. That is one card. There's only 10 cards I like. The rest I think suck. That's $1 million. Ooh, I like that. Would you like $1 million of credit to finance the American dream, not set the taxes and win the game of business? Well, it's up to you. See, when I started this in 1987, watch this. Ken Yarbrough and I wrote a book that year called File Segregation. I didn't like it. Ken wanted to lie a little bit. I didn't like that. I set up a dashboard, listen carefully, a dashboard that allowed me to put history and give me the ability to use SSN or SS4. Yeah, it's right there on the bottom. Watch this. We get to play the game. SIC code. Well, the government created that in 1937. So what do? On the behalf of an entity, corporation, division, or you, I can set up a credit file. Would you like one for every division? Would you? Would you? Would you? You can finance the American dream and knock off the crap you've been doing anyway. But that's up to you. Oh, well, what can I say? All right, now let's watch the IRS. Very simple. They're in control. They're the boss. The SSN equals the 1040 tax return, like I told you. Ooh. And then the SS4, the IRS go through history, go through all the history I went through. It says it's a universal form. Look at line 1. Entity. What's an entity? Ooh. All right? Or an individual person. Right there, right there, right there. You have the right to get a division of you and knock off the crap you do every day. But that's you like being a duck and a sheep. Okay. Why don't we play my way for a while? Because your way sucks. Is that okay if I'm blunt with you today too? We're going to play and we're going to win the game of business. Now, my dashboard allows me, listen carefully, it's an optional Social Security number tax ID in the beginning. When I'm daisy chaining credit, listen carefully, and I want a bunch of these cards of this card, I have the choice of putting SSN or SS4 or nothing. I get the daisy chain it off of a card I already have. Would that be okay if I did it for you? It's optional. We get to play the game. Now, you're going to have to scratch your head. How many divisions do I need, Ray? What kind of project would you like to go get next year? I don't want you to invest in me going to get the project or in giving you a little interest and some little payment like these ding-dongs do out there. It really pissed me off when I watched somebody got 60 billion, or 60 million. I divided by 14,000 investors, and they got $4,200 a month. One time? I'll get it. No, 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 no. If you're going to act like a billionaire, your clients better be billionaires. I don't understand. He talks about his money in these checkbooks. This is not his money. It's not his money. That just pisses me off, my old client doing that anyway. What can I say? How many divisions you want? Well, let's see. 9 divisions get you $1 million of credit. That'd be fun, off one card. If we use the 10 cards, then it's up to 10 million. If we have a project or a house or a Wendy's, a Taco Bell, a McDonald's, or a Jack in the Box or something, we need divisions for that too. I'll always tell you my number is 18 in the beginning. 18, because 9 lines of credit, 9 locations. 18 eventually will be 36 and 72. See, I get apartment complexes. Listen carefully. When I get an apartment complex, like I took basically Linda since 1986 to a $27 million project, $27 million. Would you like a piece of that? See, getting you $5,000 a month is not hard. Getting to 10 and even more, doing it again and again, it's up to you. I've been coaching my clients since the 80s all the time. And they call here all the time, helping their generation and generation too. So what do? This is in my book 40 years ago. When I created the division process, here's a corporation, divisions, 3, 2, and 1 more. That's 16 pieces and liability separation. That is up to 1.6 million, all right, and 60 million of credit. We get to play, we get to win the game of business. There's only 10 cards I like, they think the rest suck. I'm an affiliate, okay, we get to play my way. Let's get you the 10 cards. Let's get you 100,000 of personal credit at 29%, and let's make sure we get you these for your safety because you don't jack up the other cards anymore because you know not to screw it up anymore, okay? Then the corporation's gonna get $1 million. Is that okay? All right, and every division too. So if we did this my way, our goal is to build a foundation so we're prepared for what? The old blankety blank day. You didn't plan the problem, that's your problem. I'll get you 2 for you and then the corporation too. And we'll play. We'll play my way. Here's American Express on the dashboard. What they're gonna do is very simple. American Express dashboard, flat out when you log in, it says, would you like 99 more cards? I could turn that into $100 million. It's ridiculous. I don't want you to have 9 in the beginning, okay? But then what do? Pack of 10. If I got you what I did basically in 2006, 7, and 8, and 9, because I'm doing $1 million a day having fun, I'd charge somebody $100,000. I'd take 9 cards in the corporation and actually daisy chain it, and then I'd separate the billing. You know what that makes it? $1 million in 6 months. What would you do with $1 million today? If I hand you $1 million today, what would you do? I want to buy a house, car. Stop. See, the problem is you want to piss it away. I want you to reference 3, write it down, and times 5. 1 million of credit, which I've done for my clients many, many times over and over and over, turns into $15 million of borrowed money. That's how you're going to grow your business off borrowed money. That's the way it needs to be done. But it's up to you. $1 million of money, leverage it. So if we wanted to play the daisy chain process, would you like to play with me yet? I had a problem in 2006. I had $2.6 billion of credit, tried to do this for free for everybody, and they wanted to play with me. So I charged them a fee, then they wanted to play. That's why you get to pay today. It pays for all the goodies around here. I haven't had a paycheck for 40 years. Why would I want one of those? That's ridiculous. So if I play the pack of 10 for you, and if we did this correctly, we're gonna turn that into $1 million in 6 months, if you want. If you want 3, there's your price, 3,000. You want 6, it's 7,000. You want 10, it's 10,000. If you don't want it, that's okay too. Now, why would you want to talk to me on the phone? Well, I'm usually $500 an hour. Nope, I'm $500 every 10 or 15 minutes. I'm $3,000 an hour. What if we can take and log into your dashboards and increase your limits on your cards? We can do that. And we can ask all these questions too. So right now, for $399 as a discount price, if you don't do it now, it's okay. Call the office when I'm done going blah, 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 and pay $500. The reps will love it. They make a commission. That's how it works. So when I give it away, I don't have to get a commission or a paycheck. Take a picture. That is Zelle. I love Zelle. I love Zelle. It's so nice. I used to send our CPA to the bank or a clerk all the time, about 20 times a day. Nope, Zelle, now. I like that. There's your Zelle. So you got a now. That's what you get to do. Or call the office right now when I'm broadcasting, 800-254-9506. Use the card. It's 5% more because we pay that to the bank. You're going to pay back to us. That's how it works. Now, what do we get to do? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, I went to this audit in 2011, all these crappy people. Sorry, honey, I was going to say the word you don't like. Okay. I'm going through the auditor. The auditor goes, I don't drive a Lamborghini. Why do you? Because I'm a smart SOB and you're an idiot, sir. What'd you say? Yeah. Then the other auditor says, you can't drive it home and ride it off too. What the blank? So here's this ding dong like you see on social media. You can only write off miles and stop, stop. By the time he's going through the ding-dong rules and blah, blah, blah to the IRS, I said, if you have on the doors and the windows and the front and the license plate too, it's a marketing tool. Oh, you got that? Yeah, here's the picture. Okay. Here's the keys. Boom, boom, boom. I have a blankety day, get in the car, turn it on, go, boom. It makes me feel better. It's called meditation. Then I explained to the ding-dong, this car isn't even my car. It belongs to a division of a corporation, so I'm driving a company car. I should charge them to store it in my house. Huh? See, the problem in this world is people fall stupid all the time. Your car is going to be a division, then you're going to trade it in as a fleet price. My way works, your way sucks. We get to play. Or pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, or buy a spaceship. That's what Elon Musk does, buy a spaceship. Why not? Create debt to offset taxes. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Or have a nonprofit. So we got 3 choices now. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. You can actually sponsor the Indy 500 if you want to. Or have a spaceship, or have a nonprofit. Offset taxes, create jobs. Wouldn't that be fun? So we get to play. When the NACB said, I'm the #1 consultant worldwide, oh goody, I created the 25 to 29% rule. All your dashboards say below 30, but they're not telling you the truth. I'm going to tell you what to do. They're just giving you him and I what rules. 25 to 29% rule. You're going to put in all your credit cards and not going to screw up anymore. All right, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. You're going to learn to balance your debt and solve your problem. And you're never going to bring the pain home again. Got it so far? Now, I want to help the kids who are in high school and college. I want to start their credit file for them and get them their first credit card. Now, we have a problem. On social media, you got 4 people going, you start your credit file, you need a security card from Capital One. That's called stupid, by the way. They're starting their file with a security card of Capital One, which is an inquiry on their credit report. You're bringing it down versus up, and they got no credit anyway. On my dashboards, I usually get them $1,000 to $5,000 on a card, using my history. Now, if you want me to, for you or your kids, I'll do that. Or you get an Open Sky card. Listen carefully, opensky.com. It's Capital Bank. $200 on the card. Spend $25. That's it. All this stupid out there, I hate it. They don't know what they're talking about. They're a bunch of ding-dongs. So if you'd like, I'd like for high school and college kids to let me start their credit file for free. I'll get them the first credit card. Now that's a free download if you want. Or you can go on Amazon and pay $10. Or call 800-254-9506. I want to change the world before I die again. That's my dream and that's my goal. That's my assignment I promised Jesus Christ to do. Coming out of a coma, all right, get to help you. We get to play. All right, so what do we do? Well, all cards fluctuate. I wish I would have known that a long time ago. But 2 cards don't fluctuate. Okay. So if I got a no blankety blank day, what do? These cards. Why would I want to drop my score, get stuck, can't get it anymore, and now they treat me terrible with bad credit? That makes no sense. That's called dumb. No, we're not dumb. But unfortunately, follow the ducks and sheep. That's a $750 for the rest of your life if you listen and learn. Now, FTC, Federal Trade Commission, Attorney General's Office says credit repairs are fraud. I didn't say they did. Credit Repair Organization Act. Okay. You see, unless they're a nonprofit, it's breaking the federal law. But I didn't write it, they did. Okay. What are we going to do? Well, let's see. What you might want to do is get my free book I had out there for the last 35 plus years. They're all using it anyway, the letters to the creditors and credit bureaus and all the goodies. So when I wrote this, I went winning the credit game to give it for free. Free! Take a picture, scan it, download it right away. There you go. Wow, what do we get to do? We get to have fun. That's the goal. Now, on social media, you got to understand what the collection agency can do this. Stop. All that person or these people going blah, 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 shut up. Get a hold of debt crisis intervention. Your credit bureaus years ago had consumer credit counting on their credit reports. Nonprofit, that was my company. Why don't you just scan that and get a copy of the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act? So you know the truth, what you're allowed to do. Rules and tools. Not somebody explaining some half-assed blah, 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 blah. I want the rules and tools. You might want to take a picture of that too and scan it and look at my library on Amazon and all kinds of goodies. We get to play and win the game of business too, starting today. So there's your Zell, now. Gotta have fun. All right? That's okay. They created this little doll in the office. They're having fun. Why? Because I always say, Zell, now. And then I goes, always good. That's what the doll does too. They're enjoying it. That's okay. So if you need to call the office before I'm done talking and get the discounted price today, it's 800-254-9506. And if you blew it, it's okay. Call when I'm done talking. I'll just charge you the normal price. Analytical $750. Credit Karma, you're fired. Why would you fire? They have no funder to help you. They went and died it 6 times. And they don't have a Experian. Could you imagine? All right, peekaboo. If I'm going after a Chase card, Freedom or Sapphire, personal, no interest up to 22 months, or the 6 ink cards, I need to look at Experian because they're the ones who pull Experian. We got to understand how to play. This half-assed blah, 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 it's crap. I don't like it at all. So the reality is, take a picture today, sign up for Analytical 750, and they get to have fun. Now, they're going to call you every 46 days and bug you and say, this is what you do next. No more guessing, by the way. They charge you $25 a month. Wow. And they're going to call you and tell you what to do, and they analyze you the first time for free. Now, the other part of their app coming out is Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, charge you an Equifax. Why not? See, they're going to have this for personal and business application for you. So your goal is to play the game to win. I like that, don't you? So take that picture, all right, scan it later today, and if you need to call the office and ask for Julie, you do that too. The goal is to play the game to win every time. I like to play. So let's package it like Humpty Dumpty. See, I think you're great, and I think you're just phenomenal. You're here. God connected us today. I think you're missing some pieces. Let's connect the dots. I think that would be important to connect the dots. Kind of like Humpty Dumpty. Here's chapter 18. Now, I got a weird life, born in a taxi, don't get a real mommy and a daddy, and I just feel out of place all my life, and all this crap, what am I gonna do? Mrs. Hope had a poker game. I'm in the corner writing my notes. They said a corporation's a legal person. There you go, right there. Deemed, as I did my research, Supreme Court. That's what they said. You know what? I was 7.5 at the time. I taught myself how to read at 2.5 years old, memorize everything. Mrs. Hope thought I was retarded because I memorized the book before she read it. Oh, what do? I drove my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. Next door is a library. Man, what does this mean? I'm 7.5, talking like I'm 15 or 20, and she walks away and she's rude. 5 minutes later, here's a marker face, here's a book. I read the book. I'm looking for the blueprint. It doesn't have one, so what do? It's like the grown-ups. He said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Can you explain that to me, please? All they could do is go, beep, 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 beep. I thought the grown-ups when I was a kid were stupid. Sorry. When I grew up, I realized they were kind of stupid anyway. So let's watch. It says, may sue or be sued. So you're the voice for the corporation on the officers list. You use your home address as it's really stupid. You should use a mailbox, etc. And then from there, nobody knows where you live. You just told the whole world what you do. And that's kind of silly and stupid too. So what do we do? What do we do? On the bottom here it says, do not required to file fictitious business name. I'm 9.5 when I start tearing this apart more. That bothered me. Not required, because everything I read in law books and everything else gave you options. That's like, you're not required. Okay, we're done. That bothered me. I figured it out when I was basically what? In 1984 and 85, 86. We can play. So let's understand. I spend $10. You got $10? I'm sorry, you spent thousands of dollars with your CPA and your attorney and incorporating service, and you didn't learn diddly squat. They're practicing law because they haven't got it right yet. That's how it works. I passed the bar too, but I don't drink. But let's play my way a little bit, okay? Not required. You got that right there? Corporations are free in all 50 states. That corp I got when I was 9.5 is $30. You got $30? Helping Hand Industries. I got $100,000 of credit in the mail. Freaked us all out. Mrs. Hope thought I was a crook. I explained to Ted Turner, there's 26 ways in SS4. 26 ways, okay. No problem. From there, I got named in the movie Dave. Weird stuff. Then I started the Orange County Blind Center. I got named in a lawsuit. I used the word Braille. See, I had to learn about trade name, trademarks, and copyrights. So what do? Well, I got to never bring the pain home. We learn by life. So what do? Here's the lie. If somebody says the corporation can file bankruptcy and not drag you down the rabbit hole, it's a lie. Sorry, it's just a lie. Let me prove my point. When Yarborough and I wrote the book in '87, File Segregation, your divisions, Ray, I don't like them, they take too long. I can set up a corporate division today and you and pop credit for all three at the same time. I didn't like you wanted to kind of lie a little bit. So when you sign that car on the behalf of the corporation, you pierce your veil. You sign the lease of a building, you sign your lease. You pierced your veil. And then you sign for the credit card. You did it again. Wow. So if the corporation filed bankruptcy, hypothetically, Federal Protection Act, boom, they come get you anyway. You see, you're basically going to go, I got an LLC, right? Well, that means you're the managing member. And you have all the certificate of ownerships in that book you carry with you and not do anything with it anyway. You're the duck and the sheep. Quack, quack, quack. Bah. If we had a division, it could sign for the corporation and the divisions and the whatever in credit. So we could have an entity that allows it to be a legal person, public record here, and again, not to be CPA and attorney. We get to play and win the game of business. That's what I put in my series when I was 16 years old, didn't you? So corporation, why a corporate and why divisions? Okay, your corporation's allowed to do 4 things. That's it. These are raised rules, do whatever you want. I'm going to say buffer tax and what taxes due to your profitable. Corporate credit, well, let's see. This is all a write-off. Wow. We get to use corporate credit, write out the interest rate in the credit card, and offset the taxes. And not use our personal credit and screw it up anymore. Okay. The car is fleet price. The hotel gives us a free buffet. We like that. Now, the divisions gave me the line of defense. You see, when one of my shaky pieces caught on fire, and fire started in Imperial Highway, because the guy next door had his little garage fixing cars. All right, what did I do? The shopping center is a division. The Wendy's is a division down the street. We got our 31 flavors, got the Subway, and the Shakey's and all these pieces in separate pieces. I knew someone was going to sue everybody. You know what they do? They sue everybody. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, bankrupted. Bye-bye. You see, you got to understand, you have to plan the problem. We all get problems. It's called a line of defense. They're cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports. Ooh, they can each get $1 million of credit. Ooh, I like that. I can separate liability from every division and every tenant. So when they fall and sue me and screw me up, I don't lose them all. So you might think about learning the line of defense and play with the corporate umbrella. That's what makes sense today. We get to play the game to win. Isn't that what I wrote when I was 16 years old too? So the investment group, I want to go public in a year or so, worth about $10 billion at the time. I want to ring the bell at the stock exchange. That's fun. Now I need you to write down, you do, we do, I do. You do, we do, I do. Write it down. So I'll teach you how to do everything yourself. You do it all yourself. 30% of my clients do that all the time. Okay, we do it together. You're going to look in a piece of paper. You're going to elect me as one of your CFOs and your attorney in fact, which means I have power of attorney to help you. That's all it is. I'm going to talk to the bank with you. Isn't that fun? Because we're going to do it my way. And then if you're not really an entrepreneur, I'll do all the work anyway. Got it? So you do, we do, I do. Simple. I like that. So we took this $10 million and we get to show this to the people who want to go into an escrow, certified by the attorneys too. Now, here is 2 cars. At the time, we had 21 car collections. At the time, we got $2.2 billion in real estate, having fun. But my clients own a piece of something. They get a monthly return because they own a piece of something, not this investment crap that I don't believe in. Now, that is 1,013 divisions, by the way. 1,013. One of my professors a long time ago says, Ray, you're paranoid. Hell yes. I'm afraid they're going to steal my goodies. See, I was 8.5 years old and I learned a hard lesson. I mowed yards and sowed seeds and clackers all weekend. I'm at the kitchen table counting my $52. The devil's wife grabbed my money and said, you paying rent. Her eyes went red too. Can you imagine paying rent at 8.5 years old? That kind of sucks. Library time. Treasury bonds, I-bonds, double E bonds, okay. I had to learn how to protect the money because they're going to steal it every day. So we're going to do what I said, boring and steady. I've been teaching boring and steady for 49 years, by the way. So I want you to get out your cell phone. You ready? Are you ready? You ready? 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 Now, now, now. Take your picture. Right there. See, that's your dream. That's your goal. Auto income. Get 5,000, 10,000, and do it 9 more times. Is that okay? I'd like you to get to $100,000 a month. I got to $1 million a day. It's kind of fun. It's a game. We got to win. Now, understand, if I get you credit for the corporation, divisions, all the pieces, and all this credit to finance the business, I don't want any of that money. You're putting that money in escrow. I don't touch it ever. All right? Because I don't believe in Ponzi's. So you're putting the money in the escrow. We're not really partners. I'm partnering up to the coaching process. Now, you own 25% of our Wendy's, storage unit, laundromat or something. So every month you get money to the corporation divisions. And you get to play the game to win. Did you take your picture? See, that should be printed in color and laminated on your refrigerator, your desk at work, and your screensaver everywhere you go. Get possession, go get it. Because that's what I've always done. I get possession, go get it. What do? You get to play with me. So let's take a picture now. Another one. I want you to understand how the rules and tools work. If you went to a car dealership today, it's got new car, used car, new parts, used parts. They have all the entities inside. Wendy's restaurant. 2 divisions, 14 subs. Okay. Storage unit, 2 divisions, 8 subs. These are subdivisions. See, every division is entitled to have the way I created it and got it approved again and again and again and again. Line of defense, line of defense, line of defense, line of defense. And we had an old blank day, we protect our ass. And we never bring the pain to the corp or the family ever again. The apartment complex, that's when you're going to need 125 divisions. We're going to do, write it down, assignment of mortgage. I created for them in '88. It's kind of fun. So if you play with me, and basically we're going to say we're going to partner with this, no problem. That's the coaching partnering, but you own your own piece. That's 12 months. I'm going to basically talk to you every 3 weeks and tell you what to do. I do that to clients all the time. And I'm very direct, okay? We're going to get you where you need to go. So 200,000 of credit, no problem. Blueprint call. 12 months of the coaching program, it's 27,000 bucks. You get 200,000 of credit, which is usually 20,000 by itself. So today, that's 20 grand if you did it today, paid in full. Now, you Zelle a couple thousand and say, I'm going to pay it by tomorrow or the next day. There you go. But if you don't want all the goodies, simple. You do it for 10 grand. We line you up and play and have some fun and get you in an escrow. See, the most important thing is as I build you credit, you're going to take 25,000, 50, 75,000 of the credit and put it in escrow. And we're going to determine that based on the amount of credit we got you so you don't back yourself in a corner. I don't let anybody ever back themselves in a corner of debt. I got 2 openings, that's left. And then I'm sold out for the rest of the year, and next year I'm going on a business trip anyway. I'm going to help my 40 people I coach. From there I have junior and senior coaches that will take care of the rest of the people. So if you're in that program, you're stuck with me for the next year or so. If not, you blew it. There you go. That's okay. See, you've been a procrastinator long enough. Procrastination's a killer of a dream. You wasted money, didn't work. Now you're stuck with me 6 days a week. I don't have an excuse. And if you don't have the bank statements to help you when we partner in that agreement, I can show hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars in and out all the time. Over 3,000 transactions alone last month. We can basically connect the dots if you want to play. There's 1,000 steps to millionaire. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? What do? The Millionaires Founders Kit. The Blueprint of Success. See, here's what happens. I'm at the Los Angeles Bonavich for 32 years. Marriott Long Beach, Tuesday night, basically Orange County, and Ontario on Thursday. 32 years, 4 times a week, being the 2nd largest advertiser in California. I sold that kit for $5,000 a set. You see, you're going to find out I'm the most verified person on the planet, and I'm not full of what? 2009, I had a no blankety blank day. My wife wanted to take 72 people to watch the fireworks. Okay. We took the middle yacht because the one too big, one's too big. Okay. I get to go in Tacoma the next day and get to die and come back and help you. It all gets stolen. What am I going to do? Skippity-dippity-doo. Well, my wife calls Ron, my district manager, and he goes to my building, One Technology Drive, Irvine Spectrum, and steals books with the U-Haul truck. Tom, my IT manager, because I have 50 million people in my database and all the infocovers and all the things I've done all my life. And what does he do? He sells it to a porn site. I never called the phone number on the CD. To this day, it's a porn site. They are the highest bidder. So what do? Do you trust people around you? I trust God and me, that's it. And my wife too. If you don't have a corporation, take a picture. I've been giving corporations for free for 49 years, and I had 2 attorneys putting me down a year ago. And I love it, Robert and this guy. Ooh, if anybody hurts your company and says any crap that's not true, call them. They get to sue them and punish them. I don't like liars. I'd help the devil if he showed up. So if you have anybody that does that to you, let me know. We'll go get him. All right? The lawsuit can be $100 million. You're going to squeeze them like a bug. See, just because I give corporations are free doesn't mean they get to play and say crap about me. Now both are being disbarred. They got what they deserve. Take a picture. Corporations are free in all 50 states. You pay a little filing fee. Wow, wow, wow. And you get to play with me. Now, let's watch. I have 11 classes in rotation for the last 40 plus years. Stock kit, real estate, nonprofit, tax balancing, leveraging. All right, become the bank, Dun & Bradstreet, cars, equipment, divisions, daisy chain, irrevocable trust. You see, God gave me a brain to retain everything. When you read about 15 books a week for all your life, you get to understand how to play the game better than anybody else. So if you want, I'll put you in the leveraging class this weekend. If you want, it's up to you. If not, then that's up to you too. All right, let's play. If you take a picture right here, and you scan it and put, yes, I'd like you to send me an email or a text, and I'll invite you to the class. People pay up to $1,000 for that class, and it's going to be free if you did it right away today. But if you didn't do it now, you blew it. Okay. So I don't believe in shared office space anymore because it didn't work for credit purposes and for the bank. The bank wants a real bank account and a real address, so you can't use mailbox, etc. I lease 12 feet at a time, so it's not going to be considered shared office space. So if you need 12 feet of an office in California, and you can be any state you want to have the 12 feet, there you go. It's simple. You want to get your own 12 feet, let us know. You can also call Julia, all right, 800-254-9506 to do that too. We're going to play my way. I believe your way sucks. Sorry. That's just what I believe. So let's think. If I got 9 locations, 9 lines of credit, that's 18, right? So I can build $1 million of credit, have some fun. And if I got all 10 cards, that could be $20 million of credit if you did it the right way. See, as you build your business up and away, you're going to make sure you never run out of money. You're going to leverage every step of the way. What's in my books 40 years ago, up to $16 million of credit, having fun. Well, what did I have to do? Your cards, corporate cards, they don't fluctuate. Remember that. They offer 99 more. I like that. Would you like a pack of 3 or a pack of 6 or a pack of 10? So we can turn this into money if you want. But again, that's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 10. It's up to you. Now, no one at the office can sell that, so you got to do it through me. If you don't, then you kind of blew it too. If you want a phone call about anything for 10 or 15 minutes, no problem. Today it's $3.99 if you Zelle during the webinar. If not, the office is $500. Okay. So again, what do we get to do? Have some fun. Now, we're going to use manageable debt, offset taxes, $100,000 of personal, $1 million to the corporation, and we're going to use auto income, and we're going to leverage money. Reference 3 times 5. Write it down. So if we took corporate credit, let's say we take this stack here, and we use borrow money, all right, to offset our taxes and get that fourplex, that apartment complex, the Wendy's, the Jack in the Box, and all the pieces, it offsets the taxes, and you just get the extra money coming in at $5,000, $10,000 a month. Would that be okay if we did it my way for a while? Now, my problem I had in 88 and 89, I got $53 million of credit, and they're shrinking my limits. Oh, my goodness, what are they going to do? So here's my problem again. Library time, C191D says a corporation can loan out money privately. I'm trying to save $53 million of credit cards. I wrote a book called Buckets of Money. I took my first bucket in Matrix, $4.6 million. I dissected it into what? Pieces. And you know what I got? $190,000 a month, and the credit went up and away. Isn't that fun? And then my next one was $16 million, the next one was $32 million. So that did that in 1989. You want to play some more? See, money and credit, it's fun and time. We get to play. I like to win, don't you? Take a picture because you're going to need Dun & Bradstreet. You don't have it yet. Analytica will help you with that too because you need to understand. It's like Linda. Every one of you should be Linda. 1986, Linda comes to an event, okay, and she spends $2,000, $26 a month on a card. No problem. The event was in Eagle's Nest, went worldwide for nonprofit because that was my first corp that I set up for me as a kid. So Linda and Dwayne, I rebuilt them. It took 185 days to get that 100,000 in credit, 365 days, 450, and then the project. The blueprint loan's 240,000, but they need 200,000 to take that Hyatt Hotel in Texas and turn it into the blueprint apartments. They named it after me. Okay, 200,000. Would you like 3 people to help you? Oh no. Okay, no problem. So what do? This project now, all right, as I get into 10 to 20 million dollar numbers, all right, 1 year, 210 days. All right, so you might want to take a picture of Linda, all right, there in Dwayne, and scan it later today. She'll tell you I made her 1,000,000 or 5 times. And I've done this for clients since the 80s anyway. It's kind of fun. Now, that she says it's a $27 million project worth profit and nonprofit. Would you like one of those too? Let me know. We could play. Now, when we get an apartment complex, if you invest with somebody and they buy it and they get all that money, they act like they're billionaires, and you get a little piece, that doesn't sound fair. If we do it my way, we're going to buy the apartment complex and you own a piece. That's right, a piece. Ooh, I like that. If we do it as a division in the subdivisions, you know what we're going to do? We're going to split deed them all, do assignment of what? Mortgage. I want to turn that $126,000 a month. Is that okay? Could you imagine you play with me and we're going to play some real stuff and have some fun? Would you like $20,000, $50,000 a month? Well, it's up to you. So there's the division process, the subdivisions, Wendy, storage unit, fourplex, apartment complex. What do? Each division. Here's how the dashboard works since 1987. If I put history there of you and the corporation, I don't need tax ID. I don't need it at all. When I ask for cards off the cards that I put in there and my cards for you, separate billing, I don't need a tax ID till I ask for separate billing. So what happens is each division with tax ID when it needs it and history is $1,000. Here's 3, 9, and here's 12. You decide what you want. Take your picture, okay, because it all changed as of yesterday because we're now in the 4th quarter and all prices go back to normal. All right? So you get to pay more if you put it off since yesterday. If you did it while I'm online today, I'm going to basically double the numbers for you. That means your 3 is 6, your 9 is 18, and your 12 is 24. If it was done on my webinar now. So do you want to be a millionaire? Yeah! No. Stop it. I really dislike when people online keep saying, I'm rich. How rich are you? Problem is they're not rich, their corporations are rich. When they keep saying me, 3 of them have been in prison. One's been indicted twice. I think they ought to learn to shut up. I'm not rich. I have nothing in my name, oh boy. You see, we have a corporation with millions and billions. I'm a puppet master. I'd like to help you and get you to 9 divisions and now 18, 100,000 a month. If that's okay with you. The corporation's going to be rich, or at least have an income. Now, let's say you won the lottery. I did this for 3 clients so far. Here's the thing on social media. If you won the lottery, I'm the lottery attorney. It's more crap to have to deal with. Let's understand something. You want the cash value, oh, goody for you. You put it in your bank, in your trust, and all the things they tell you to do. Now you have to pay interest and everything you gain. No! You're allowed to do a division of you. A division of you, okay, is going to be added to the bank. Same bank with your other divisions. When I sued the banks in '96, I won. They wanted you to have separate banks for accounts for every division. No. Then they also say to the average balance bills lines of credit. I won, your divisions are on the same bank. Average income, average balance, what do? The division, you're going to deposit your check at the bank, a division of you under the tax ID. You're going to tell the banker, I want to borrow against the money, because money gets you honey, reference 3 times 5. I got 3 people so far, 15 million to do that. Borrow money's not taxable. So if you create the debt and it goes into deposit into the corporation, it's not your money anymore because you freed it up. Maybe you're the investor, maybe a stalker, LLC. What do? Debt offsets taxes. I gave these 2 attorneys a solution. One arguing, that's brilliant, Ray. What's the division of B? I've never felt that I have to deal with so much stupid in my life. Well, that's just me. $25,000 of credit, the office charges $2,500. You get it for 900 bucks, $9.99 now. Zelle, now. There you go. Less than half off, more than half off. If you Zelle, you save 10% on that too. There's your 20 or 25,000 right away. If you want 50, what do we do? It's $3,000, so it's a 5. Save some money again with me. I don't get a paycheck or a commission. So what do? You Zelle, save 10% off that too. Now you need that 100,000 for you. Normally it's 10 grand. Tonight I'm giving it away for 5, half price. Then you want 100,000 for the corporation. Okay, let's double the number, make it 10. Nah, let's do better than that. Let's take and give you 100,000 of personal credit and business credit, build it up and away for you. All right, very simple. We do it tonight. It is $6,999. But that's a Zelle price. And that's what you get to do right away, if you want to. Now, there's your Zelle. Now. And what do? If you call the office, tell them what it is offered. It's still on the line. They're watching it a little bit too. And you can call that 800. All right, 800-254-9506. They will charge you 5% more if you use a card. But again, that's up to you. What do? I love the fact I watch my clients out there, get a laundromat, do the code. I don't like the way they say, I'm rich. That makes no sense. But the part of credit repair, I don't like that. You can do credit rebuilding, but you can't lie. Okay. Federal Trade says it's a lie. I don't listen to them. From there, the ones that keep saying, I'm rich. No. They're puppet masters. Their corporations are rich. They got to knock it off. A couple have been indicted, been in prison a couple times too. Knock it off, please. The IRS is watching you. I'm rich? No. Your corporation's rich. Please say the truth. You're confusing the world today. All right, I want you to be a puppet master. I want to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. There's what my dream is for you. Get a hold of the books. You can go through Amazon, take a picture, scan it. There you go. I want to rebuild your life. I lost my job. I got 2 kids to feed. He's full of it. Number 1, if he lost his job, has 2 kids to feed, go to the church, they'll give you the food. Next, you have a house, or you live with mommy and daddy, or you have what? You rent a place? He's wearing his jammies. That sign makes him $210 a day for doing nothing. He's lazy. Get him here, I'll put his butt to work. Simple. He's a liar. But again, there are some people who need help. He doesn't need help. He just wants a free ride. He's one of the lazy ones. What do you do when you come out of a coma after dying and come back? And you lost $3.7 billion and you're broke with your wife and kids in the car. Oh, blankety blank. 3 divisions of me, 5 closet divisions, built $1 million of credit, 6 weeks, bought my wife her next dream house. Happy wife, happy life. And as long as she's happy, she turns it into home. She leaves me alone. I go kill it some more too. That's how it works. If you like me, please Google. Put a review for me, please. That would be nice. Okay, if you did that for me. If you don't like me, please leave me alone. It's simple. What do? We get to play my way. Tonight, and if you do this, this is what I want you to do. I want you to register everybody you know in my HubSpot. I want you to refer them, belongs to you. If you ever bring them to an event, you get 10% Zelle, check, or store credit. See, it tracks them for you. That way you get your credit for that. Take a picture, all right, add them to the list and make $1,000 all the time. I got people who make $1,000 a week, if not more. Now, always good. As a little kid, they'd always be nosy. How you doing, little boy? They knew what was happening. Nobody cared. Nobody stuck up. No one, tried to help ever. But again, my response was always good. It's none of their business. Thank you, Jesus. That's what I say to myself every day. So if you ever meet me or get on the phone and you ask how I'm doing, I'm going to always say one thing, always good. I guess that's 2 things. So what do? I want you to be a puppet master. Would that be okay? If you're a puppet master like me, I don't own anything, but I control everything. I like that. Doesn't it make sense? We play. The investment group's going to have fun. You do, we do, I do. All right, we put money in an escrow. Can you imagine? All of a sudden, we send this over to an escrow or people are going to offer things to buy. We get about 10 different projects a week. Would you like one? Would you like one? See, the suit had to match the car, and that's how he did it all the time, and the watch too. That's half the fun, to play the game to win. I don't want to think about it. That's 1,013 divisions. Oh, goody. I don't know who's going to sit and try to sue me and screw me up. I'm going to protect my ass. And never bring the pain to the corporate family. What do we do? Boring and steady. Did you take that picture earlier today? That should have been your dream a long time ago. You should have counted on you, because when you take corporate credit into an escrow, you own a piece. You own a piece through the corporate structure forever until you sell it. That's called building a legacy, but it's up to you again. Would you like a part of a car wash? That'll get you $11,000 a month. Is that okay? Would you like another car wash? That'll get you $6,000 a month. Okay, how about a Burger King? Ooh, get one of those too. Now, we also buy ugly. Some people don't want to buy ugly. I like to buy ugly because it makes money. Ugly makes money. I like that. Again, we make money again and again. Now, I got to blueprint you. What does this mean? I got to put you on the phone with me for an hour, you and your partner of life. And we're going to go through past, present, and future. Good, bad, ugly. I'm going to ask you had a bankruptcy. All right, what year, what was it, 13 or 7? Or 11, 2? Or do you have a tax problem? All right. The next thing question, do you ever screw up American Express or Chase? I need to know. I might have to do a division of you to get around that too. Corporation and family. I'm going to talk about husband and wife, separating liability, and no problem with that too. All right, division, hopefully 18. And then the irrevocable trust, so we can plan to live, we can plan to die. Because none of your family's going to get stuck in probate ever again. Car, division, till we turn it into a corporate car as a division, leave price. House, from now on, we bought through a trust. It's cash flow, free up your time. What a design in basically 1976. $2,000 is a blueprint call with me. If you do it while we're online, you get the discount half price of $9.99. But that's a Zell now. If you don't Zell now, call the office. If you did, you get a 10% discount, and see if they'll take it on a card for you as well, 5%. If you partner with me as get into an escrow, you get it for free. Now, here's the problem. Between the Shakey's 31 flavors and like Barry Baskin and all the Baskin-Robbins family in Woodard, California, I knew all the people there. Subways, shopping centers, Shakey's, all right, condos, all these pieces. I'm just gathering pieces. Okay, my first thing was fun getting the 22,000 payphones of 6.6 million a month. That was fun. This form in 1984 said husband and wife and partner. It was wrong, just like Chapter 18 was wrong, okay? So your corporation, write it down, will be, your division will be 4A. One of my corporations will be number 4, okay? And then we'll have a for B and C, 4 people owning a piece of something. And we get to fun and have fun. Is that okay? Now, I've done this since the 1980s, okay, having fun since 87. I think you should own a piece. You've wasted thousands of dollars on crap that didn't work. Now you own a piece of something. That's why we have to position you. It'll take 3 to 6 months, sometimes up to a year, but it's up to you if you follow through. You're the only one that takes and delays the program as it is. So if you need their $200,000 in credit, the blueprint, the 12 months of the coaching is $27,000. Discounted tonight for $19,999, it's 20 grand. If you don't want the credit, then all you want to do is help me get you in an escrow, or I have 2 left anyway. So what do? Get you an escrow. If you don't have the bank statements for verification, as we partner up, I have them, I'll provide them for you too. See, the goal is simple. It's a Zell situation, or you call the office at 800-254-9506. We get to play the game of business and winning the game of business. So the Ray Reynolds University is a nonprofit organization. I'm standing in their building today. We want to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. If you have your own business, you want us to coach that for 3, 6 months, or 12 months, we'll customize something for you too. No problem. Now, one of the things we have to think about is Stellar Bank, Chase Bank, or maybe the American Express Blueprint loan. Years ago, someone at the American Express said, they named it after you, Ray. I don't think they'd like me. Okay, I don't know, we'll see. So what do? Well, first of all, it says, would you like 99 more cards? 99 more cards, okay. What if we went for 1 card to get 9, not 99? What if we look at it, what it says in the middle there, and talks about a blueprint loan? The blueprint loan, and American Express asks the same thing even to this day. David got 240, Carrie got 210, and on and on. That should be used for that money going into a franchise or an you're part 25% of an escrow. Now you want a piece. The money comes to close escrow, pays the bill, you get the leftover, usually about $5,000 plus. Okay. What do? The blueprint loan is actually, they turn it to 250 in installment loans. You would control it. You actually become the bank. But they're going to want you to be 100,000 in and out of your bank account on a monthly basis. They want to see 30 plus transactions. If you don't have it, if we partner up, I do have it, but again, I charge a fee to do that too. Maybe you don't want to partner, you want me just to get you the blueprint loan. I can't do that unless we do some kind of business, by the way. So what do we do? Everybody wants to get what? The 250. Now I charge 10% on the back end after we close an escrow. I don't back you into having a debt you can't afford to pay yet. We got to close the escrow. But to do in the beginning, I charge $5,000 to set it up. Your company will have a division under my corporation. We'll exercise a card to prove we're making the payment through the bank account too, so it matches. From there, if you want that, it's simple, it's usually $5,000. Tonight, using the bank accounts, very simple. On a standard blueprint loan is $2,000 if you're out. If not, you call the office and pay a little bit more. If we fast track it, this means I'm going to take you as a CFO of one of my corporations. We're going to pop into the card that way too. Sometimes I get 2 blueprint loans simultaneously. Vice president of the company is Santos. I put him as vice president. That's his direct line there, 951-289-4791. If you want it fast track, it's usually $5,000 as well. And they get to log in my bank account to verify it too, no problem. What do we do? It's $2,999 tonight if it was done tonight, but it's up to you. The goal is, every time there was a problem, I came up with solutions. That was just me. Solutions for problems you get past go. I thought they just said no because they want to say no. I realize they say no because they don't know how. So to me, it's a Zell. It's a now, or 800-254-9506. Play the game to win. I'm going to want to tell you to always look beyond that curtain all the time. Do not accept no, accept the fact that you got to learn how. Rules and tools. There's no secret in this world. If somebody knows, they should help everybody. For me, as I stay safe, stay strong, do your best, let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that too. The ability for all of us. So I hope you enjoyed yourself, you listened, you learned, you took some good notes. Remember, I'm online tomorrow and Saturday, and all that price is changing. All right, so if you do it today, you get to be honored for the price I gave today. 800-254-9506. I would tell you to Zell now, or call that office right away. Remember, we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.